Clap.
Hello.
What's up, guys?
I hope
This
that's funny.
is
I was like, I hope that worked.
I hope it did too. This is gonna be a fun one. I am in a different hotel that has really fucking shitty Wi-Fi. So we do not have our cameras on to hopefully save the bandwidth a little. Um, and
Yeah, so
hopefully it
I can't
it
see him, but we
works.
can hear each other.
Yeah, and hopefully it
Yeah.
works. It is gonna be a short one though, just in
Well,
case. It's probably going to be a short one. Just in case we freeze. And then also, I need to talk to my mother after this about going down to Kansas for a little bit. So it's going to be
oh
fun.
fuck yeah, that's right. Yee.
Also,
Well,
I can do this.
yes.
Oh, you can't see it. The camera's off on yours, but the viewers, if you're
No.
watching, you can see what I'm doing. I have OBS open to like see if my shit freezes on my end. So I was just like moving around the camera and fading it to black and all sorts of shit.
Ah.
Yeah.
Look what I can do.
Yeah.
That's funny. Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Well, so for fun updates, stuff that I don't have any bad updates, but that's the way I said that.
I
Made
don't
it
have,
sound like
I
I had
don't,
good and bad. No.
yeah, I don't have much updates. It sounded like you had
Uh
bad. I was like, uh-oh.
yeah, no. No bad. The garden is doing well for the most part. It looks like we're dealing with it being a little too moist because like we have that giant net on it.
Mm.
And so like it's holding in a little too much humidity, I think. So we're like opening it now. We're getting used to that routine of that, and things are starting to actually look like they're really growing a little bit, which is cool to actually see it. Um, but we had a date night on Saturday. We went to this place called Chartreuse in Detroit.
Okay.
Dude, that food was fucking awesome. Like, um, so they have this thing called the double cooked egg. It's what they're like known for, a twice cooked egg or whatever. So they soft boil the egg and then they fry it so that like I think they soft boil it and then they probably freeze it and then bread it and then fry it so that once it cooks, the yolk is still like a runny yolk, but it's a fried egg.
Okay.
So yeah, it was I unfortunately I'm not gonna lie, like I thought it was pretty good, but I also didn't get any of the yolk. Where the way it broke, it got all on Melissa's side, but she said it fucking
Mhm.
like when it had the yolk was like extra good. I still thought it was really good. So um but that was cool. Came with like Brussels sprouts and not Brussels sprouts, but like some version of like Brussels sprout leaves and salad vinaigrette type deal. But that was sapped. We had a candied salmon flatbread. I don't really know where the candied salmon part came in. I think maybe some of the like sauce that might have been on it was on the sweeter side, but like the smoked salmon was really good, and the flatbread was like a like it just giant, almost pancake shaped, but it was a solid full like inch tall. I mean it, and it was like I was actually
Okay.
full by the end of the meal, not with just those two things, but we also got lamb. It had like cheese grits and some like onion plant type thing and some
Yeah.
veggies, and then like
Onion.
a the fuck was it? Oh, the other one I got was a spring risotto. It just had like a bunch of stuff in it. It sounded good. It's like their vegetarian option. So, but it sounded good. It's a shareable. Like the food is technically like big enough that you could make a meal out of it, but like it's better if you share it. And we wanted to share multiple of the things, so we went that route. But it's named after Chartreuse, which is the liqueur made by monks in France. Uh,
Hmm.
only
It's a good
like
color
two or
too.
three people know the recipe. Yeah, only two or three people know the recipe at one time. So I don't know if I got into that before.
I don't know if you did.
but they yeah, it's apparently since like the 1747. It's 1605. Some dude showed up with a recipe that they called like he said this is like an elixir of life for like medicine of sort, like a
Mm.
good medicine. Um, and so it not obviously like not elixir of life. They just called it because it was medicine.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
it took them like 100 years to get the recipe down because it just had the ingredients. It didn't have like measurements or anything. So over 100 years, these monks like worked on this thing until they got chartreuse, and then they now they only it's only them. They're the only people that make it. Again, three people know the recipe, and I think it's in a way of like they only know portions of the recipe either, so no one knows the entire thing at one person. So like they and they they've the government has tried to take it from them like multiple times, and they've just like left the country instead.
No
Like
shit.
they apparently at one point they fully abandoned their monastery and the distillery and everything involved with it and just moved to a different country under a different brand that they because they knew it was coming. They opened a different brand in Spain and just started producing it out there until France gave up and let them move back.
Okay. That's fucking dope,
But
dude.
yeah, yeah, this is all. I just kind of found all this out after we went there, but like they talked a little bit about it, more so just flavor, obviously. But like we just tried
Yeah, yeah.
there's yellow and green. We tried a little bit of their basic ones because it's expensive because now the monks have realized that like you know they're actually monks. They do practice and do church stuff, so like they're way more focused on doing the church stuff, and they've like I think cut down production of chartreuse down to like a third. So it's like really hard to get. Um, and if it is, you find it. It's like $100 bottle now. It's lucky if you're lucky
Okay.
to, but yeah, if you don't get it through like a supplier or whatever, essentially, or I might be able to get lucky and find it at Total Wine. I've never actually looked because I've never think they'd have it. Um, but either way, the food was fucking really good. The only thing that sucked was also like I didn't consider the fact that risotto was probably made fresh and it takes like 30 minutes to make. So like we didn't order that until after we had almost the way it timed out finished our like appetizers. So there was like a full like 30 to 40 minute wait in between our appetizers and eating our food. So outside of that, like again, I am highly recommend it. And then the other reason we went down was we wanted to go to this place called Father Forgive Me. It was ranked 83rd in North America as bars. Um, they have some food. It's more like they have a bunch of snacks that you can order, and then they have like, I think they had like a roast. They had a roast beef sandwich on the menu, and then like two other little bigger items to be like, all right, well, there is something if you really need something. I assume like if you're too drunk, we have food. But we just got cocktails. It was a perfect vibe, dude.
Hell yeah,
Like,
man.
um, it was like 70 degrees out. Was barely windy. They have like I would say probably double the seating outside that they have inside their place. It's like a small, not small, but um, have you been to Voyager?
It sounds familiar, but no, I don't think so.
The fish place? Probably not. No, probably not. You don't like fish that much.
No,
Uh,
I'm not a
no,
fan
it's
of fish.
essentially yeah. It's on the smaller side. It's more of like a garage size. Like if you were to take the size of an actual garage, maybe a little bit longer, like an outdoor garage, a detached. That's the word I'm looking for. A detached garage.
Okay.
But a little longer, in rectangular. But it's a I don't know. There's probably like 50 to seats inside of it. But then there's like I don't know, at least 20 tables outside of the place, and apparently you can walk around with your drinks if you have it. We didn't do that because we just sat and enjoyed it. It's at this like giant mansion that looks like a castle, and it's in the back of that castle, so you don't even go in it. You just kind of sit around it. But like, drinks were immaculate. Servo was chill as fuck. He had a really cool Red Wings hat that had like it was like it was a black hat with the Red Wing logo and gold embroidery.
Hell yeah, man.
But like, highly recommend going if you want. Like, it's hard to find their menu online because they don't post it, and it changes. I think probably like every other week or something. But like, I made when I'm drinking now that you can't see. It's their version of an old fashioned. They had bourbon, curacao, chartreuse, which was an extra like reason to try it. I was like, you know what, we just tried a chartreuse place. It was a special version of chartreuse, but chartreuse. And then bitters. And I don't have Demerara syrup, so that I can tell that's a difference in this thing. But it's relatively close. It was a good drink. But yeah.
If
you've heard of it, if you haven't, definitely go. It's a great cocktail vibe. None of the drinks were overly expensive either. Like, I think I want to say $18 was the most expensive one, which for
that's not bad, man.
A speakeasy style bar, yeah, that's ranked number 83. I was like that. I was expecting the like 18 something to be the bar, not the actual like limit. I was like, holy shit. So yeah, definitely go.
It's dope. I'll cut back to this, but the whole time you were talking about the chartreuse thing, and like explaining the lore behind it, blah blah blah, I was making it really difficult for you to find a screenshot, and I apologize in advance. But I need you, when you go to edit this video, I need you to send me a Snapchat of when you're looking for the screenshot. Because I'm not going to tell you what I'm doing. You're going to see it. You're going to see. You might see it when I upload it, because it might auto pick a thumbnail for the video file. Yeah. In OBS, you can put stuff over your camera. And since you can't see me, I decided to fuck with the viewers a little bit. But also I was thinking like on a funnier end, the fact that only like 2 people know how to make it, and then you were saying that some dude showed up and was just like, yeah, this is the elixir of life type shit. What if he didn't show up with booze and it was just like he showed up with coke or like meth or something, like some crazy hard drug, and was like, yeah, dude, this is a secret to life. And everyone back then was like, holy shit, I feel great. Like, or like acid or something, you know, like. And then there's just a bunch of monks trying to fucking make the greatest fucking acid ever, and only 2 people know how to make it. Like,
I mean, that, first of all, that's just Grateful Dead fans. But
true.
Second, no, I guarantee you that's probably somewhere. I mean, shit, to get like deep-ish, I have a book in my room that I haven't read, that some of the ideas about Christianity and God and religion relate to essentially humans discovering psychedelic mushrooms on accident.
Yeah.
And so then all of a sudden they tripped and wrote the fucking Bible because they had this whole crazy experience.
Yeah.
So like,
I mean, there's a theory about that for sure. I've read it somewhere. I can't remember what it was about, but I think the fruit of knowledge, or the fruit of good and evil, was a mushroom, like one of those vice versa type deals. Yeah. And then they saw the crazy shit and they were like, oh, now I know about everything.
I know about shapes. I can't tell you what they are, but I know them.
Yeah, that's a fucking dodecahedron. And then, but yeah, sorry, dumb
did you call
jokes
my wife?
A dodecahedron. But dumb jokes aside, we went down to the hotel bar last week, We also went to a Chinese place with one of our other coworkers. That place was fucking wild, dude. Like, it's called the Mandarin, and like we were like, yeah, dude. Well,
Yeah.
me and Jason, we were like, yeah, dude. Like, whatever place you want to go to, you know the spots here. Like, we'll go get some food and hang out. And our other coworker Ian was like, "Oh, you guys like Chinese food?" And I was like, hey, I don't really care either way, but Chinese buffet, sure. There's bound to be something I'll eat there." He's like, "All right, yeah, we're going to the Mandarin," and I'm like, "Okay." Like I'm picturing like Old Country Buffet, Ponderosa.
Yeah.
No, dude, this place was fucking huge. They had like separate rooms that had like one area had like we didn't have anything cool in our area, but he was telling us there's other areas where like they've got fucking birds, and then there's another area that has like full aquariums and like the food was like it was like legit like it wasn't Chinese buffet. It was like you ordered Chinese food. Like it was the quality of getting like, one Chinese food dish, but in a buffet. Like it was fucking phenomenal, man. Yeah, and then we wound up going to the hotel bar a couple times too. Like had some beers there. The bartender that works 1 or 2 nights a week. She was there the 2 nights we went. She was pretty chill. She was the one I was texting you about. Like her playlist was just our fucking what you and I listen to in the car when we're driving around places. And I was like, holy shit, man. Like
Perfect.
like this is dope. I watched some of the soccer games too. Like I had no idea what was going on, but had some beer, some food,
Yeah, I
watched
forget
soccer.
the World Cup's going on until I listen to my podcasts.
Oh, dude, they're going fucking
But
ape shit here, man. Like people got it pulled up. It's like the Super
yeah.
Bowl for us. Like they've got it fucking pulled up on TVs. Like someone legitimately. Well, I don't know if it's against the rules, but someone legitimately brought a fucking TV to work, like put it up next to the cells they were working in.
I mean, I imagine that becomes one of those things where like the supervisors know, like, hey, we don't say anything about this one. It's a special occasion.
Yeah, like we did it
But,
for
Yeah,
it wasn't the Super Bowl. We did it for a bigger football game. I can't remember who was playing it. It might have been college. It might have been like U of M or State against Ohio or
MSU
something.
versus, yeah.
Yeah, and like
It's either,
we
it's either
literally
Michigan versus Ohio or Michigan versus Michigan State.
yeah, like we literally. You know how some of the lines have like those they have the display screens hooked up for like, hey, this is the next part, these are work notices and blah blah blah. The line we were working on, they had the TVs, but it wasn't hooked up to the system yet. So people plugged in like Chromecast to the TV and like put the game on every single TV, so the entire line was just showing the game. And like the
That's
I'm
beautiful.
not going to say where it was because people could get in trouble, but same thing you were saying, like the people in charge of that plant we were working at walked over and were like, hey, we heard somebody hooked up the game to all the TVs. And we were like, what? No, none of us even know how to do that. And the guy was like, I'm going to bring my computer over here. Please turn them back on. Like, so like nobody gave a fuck, dude. It was phenomenal.
And they're like, how are you incorporating us into this, please?
Yeah.
Yeah.
These
Yeah,
are
a lot
our
of the time, they're
TVs.
like,
Please
"We don't
turn it
care,
on."
It's a big game. We get it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, shit, when I was at Warren Truck, when this was also Michigan State was a better football program, more competitive. They suck now, so it doesn't really matter. But like at that point, they were both good schools, so that someone like they had a legit projector set up, like in the break area, but it was by a line. So like that line was just watching this giant projector on a screen that they hooked up and hung for I think they asked the skilled trades guy to hang a fucking projector screen from one of the overhang lines and they were just displaying it on that shit. I was like, yo, this is cool. 'Cause at that point too, I was like 18, just going into work. I'm like, what in the fuck? They allow you to do this? And they're like, just because it's Michigan State. And they're like, once in Michigan,
You
Ohio.
froze finally.
Michigan and Ohio. Other than that, they're like, yeah, because we don't work the Super Bowl, so.
Yeah, I mean,
No
there's
reason.
been some times where they let us do some cool shit, and that's something like that would be a vibe. Like people watching the World Cup, nobody really
Yeah.
cared that people were watching. Like some of the guys, I think, are working an extra 30 minutes today because the England game ends at like 5:30 or something, or it ends at 6, and they get off at
And they're
5:30.
like, I'm not leaving the screen.
So they're like, by the time we get back to the hotel, the game will be over, and they were like, hey, just stay here and leave early on Friday, like.
That's fucking hilarious. I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't even. You forget how big soccer is everywhere else except for America.
Yeah.
Like it's kind of. We just don't have any competitive teams, and all of our best players go and play in the European leagues. So
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
like. It's. Unfortunately, that is one of the cool, like, good things about the fact. Not unfortunately, really, but one of the good things about them coming here is that, like, this is like an exposure for a lot of people. I'm not going to start watching soccer by any means, but like there's definitely going to be some people that do, like especially in the host cities. Like
Yeah. I think there'll be more like
those cities will
I think there'll definitely be more. Like I watched I think it was the last time I was here. I watched through all of Ted Lasso, and that got me to start watching a little bit of soccer. Like just the show is about soccer. And then there's a anime that came out called Blue Lock that started getting more people interested in soccer. Like, I think it's gonna do a turnaround. I don't think in the States. I don't think it'll be as big as football, or it might get as big as baseball. But not for a while for sure.
I could see that eventually. Another 10 years.
Yeah.
Oh, did I talk about the PWHL draft, the women's team last time? I don't think so. I don't know. I think that happened this weekend. Actually.
No, I don't think you did. I need to know what PWHL stands for. I'm assuming the WHL is Women's Hockey League. What is the P?
Yes. The Professional Women's Hockey League.
Oh, okay. I was thinking, my brain went toxic, and I was thinking Pussy Women Hockey League, and I was like, they cannot call it that.
It's all gay dudes that are just beating the shit out of each other. It's the exact opposite of the name. No, it's the Professional Women's Hockey League. They did the expansion this year, so Detroit, there's 4 cities that are included. Detroit, Hamilton, I forgot the other 2, but we're including the expansion, and they did the actual draft at the Fox Theater in Detroit. It was definitely interesting to look at. So they had there's like, I think there are now 16 teams, maybe 14 teams, something like that in the league now. I don't know, I haven't looked. There's a number of teams, but it's not a lot. And they had all of like the GM and then like 2 other people up on stage as representatives for each of their teams, and they had their little desk all split up on this like staggered stair-like stage. And then they had the rest of the Fox Theater. There's like a bunch of the draftees in the like front rows, and then everything else around it was just fans and people. So that was really cool. I didn't find out that was happening until after it already happened started, and then they made their announcement of who they picked first on Instagram. So I had to go find it, and I started watching it just because I was like, I do want to support it because it's such a brand new league. Um, like the general manager of our women's hockey team is this. I forgot. God damn it! I should look her name up because now that's just like not cool. PW. There we go. PWHL Detroit. Her name is. Let me find it. Either way, I'll talk about her before we. Menon Ram. She's French as fuck, so.
Please
E with the thing.
message me how it's spelled. We cannot butcher that woman's name that badly. Please. Send me a screenshot or something.
It's got the abbreviate the sign above the E. That's why I'm like, I don't know.
Does it go right or left? Is it an accent aigu?
There we go. I just sent to the right.
I think that's an accent aigu.
Reumi?
Yeah, close enough. It could also be Reum, like legume, Reum. Because the accent when the letter goes, when it goes to the right over an E, it's usually an A sound.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Huh. Well, she was the first woman ever to be signed to a contract in the NHL. She was a goalie, and she played, I think, one preseason game for like one or two preseason games in like the last periods of the preseason games just to like give her a chance and see what she had. She didn't make the like full roster, but she's still the only woman to ever sign an actual NHL contract for actually playing and then actually played at any level. So, like, essentially a groundbreaking woman for women's sports, especially in hockey. And then our general manager was the assistant head coach of the women's hockey team that won the Olympics this year. So, good head coach. The GM is essentially a revolutionary. Yeah, kind of that. Yeah, revolutionary in women's hockey. And then we traded our first round pick for this woman named Hillary Knight. She's the captain of her team, and she was the captain of the Olympic USA gold medal winning team. So, like, really good chick. Like, she's really good, obviously. Like, I haven't watched, but traded the first round pick, and then our first pick that we ever made was a goalie who was apparently the goalie to draft in our in the women's draft. She's from Ohio State, and she won she was the goalie for third place in the Swedish team or something, or Switzerland team. She plays third in Olympics, and the other two goalies are already on teams in the league, so you can't get them. So we got the best goalie available from what it looks like. And then we drafted someone from Port Huron, and it was just cool to actually watch, like, Detroit's first draft. I caught up after the like third person was I like logged in as like the third person was getting drafted, and then went and watched the other two for the sake of it, but like, because it was just on YouTube on a stream.
Yeah, that's dope.
It's such a small league so far that they, I was like, that's really fucking cool. So I'm still waiting for them to announce the official first day for their season and like buy tickets to the game, because right now you can only buy season tickets. But like, I'm definitely gonna be like, all right, cool, let me get one of the I want to go to the first game for sure, and then after that we'll maybe try and go to some other games for the sake of it, but like, at least for sure go to the first game. I'm gonna pull cards.
Bet.
Okay.
Before you do the card,
Yes.
oh shit, I forgot what I was even gonna say. I don't remember.
I believe in you.
My brain shut off. Fuck. Oh yeah, before you pull the card, I just want this to be part of the episode because you haven't watched the show. It's whatever. I watched the finale of The Amazing Digital Circus yesterday, and it fucking sucked ass.
Okay.
It was horrible. I was so upset with it. It was ass, and I'm putting that out there on the internet so everybody knows that I think it was ass. On a flip note, though,
What is it even?
it's like kind of a retelling of I have no mouth, so I must. I have no mouth, and I must scream. Like people get trapped inside of an internet space, and like I'm not going to spoil it. You can figure out the ending by like episode 3 if you watch it. It was really good until it wasn't. But on a flip side, if you're in a good mental state, I also watched We Are All Gonna Die from Rocket League yesterday. Or not Rocket League, Rocket Jump. The YouTube guys, like Freddie Wong and all them. Dude, so fucking good. Like, phenomenal.
Freddie Wong is sick.
Yeah,
I haven't watched,
like
I haven't paid close attention, but every time his stuff comes up, it's awesome.
yeah, like I watched. They talked about it on their Dungeons and Daddies podcast, and like that podcast is kind of like it's dumb. It's dumb humor. I'll say that, but like they were talking about it a little bit, and then he released it on YouTube because people were leaking it. So he was like, "Fuck it, have it for free." Like, just support me on Patreon. Have it. I watched the entire movie, and I thought that Ashley Birch had written it because Ashley Birch is like phenomenal actress and YouTuber and all sorts of shit. The credits hit, and it was Freddie Wong and another guy from Dungeons and Daddies. The characters he plays in Dungeons and Daddies are like he played a dad who was like a sports coach type vibe. He played an old lady teacher. Like he's played the dumbest characters imaginable. But the fact that him and Freddie Wong wrote this movie that like I want everybody to watch, and I'm going to post about it later, but I wanted it on the podcast. And I want you to watch it too, if you're in a good headspace, because it's kind of about death and like accepting it, but also not accepting it. So you got to be in a good mind space. But like, phenomenal movie. Everybody should watch it. It's free on YouTube. It's on Rocket Jump. I gave them money. It was that good. Like, yeah, watch it. But anyways, card.
What what would you love to find at a yard sale? Right? I'm like that. I don't know. I was debating on turning that in or not, but
I mean, I got sad. I just talked about a movie that's about not my dad. I found him. I might have found him at a yard sale, actually. No. I was talking about that movie about accepting death, but also not accepting it. And then I was like, oh, yeah, my grandma and I used to go to yard sales all the time. But dude, you can find some sick stuff at yard sales, man. Like, we found, I was like 8, and we found the Rob robot from Super Smash Brothers and Nintendo. We found one of those before I even knew what it was. And like you could hook it up and it would hold a Super Nintendo controller and like it would hit the buttons and play with you, quote unquote, but not like actually like it was just mashing buttons. But it was cool as fuck, dude. We got it for like I think $5 and it sold on. We didn't sell it. My dad gave it away, but it was selling online for like fucking 10 grand. Like, so you can find some dope shit.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Yeah, because there's part of me that's like, oh, it would be cool to find some like random item that some old person put up that's like super expensive that I didn't that they don't know and I know is expensive. But then there's also part of me that's like, it'd be sick to find some like random cool like sentimental shit, but I don't know what sentimental shit I would think to find. Like, is it like random merch from some band that I don't fucking know? Or not that I don't know, but that I love that I didn't realize like this person had. Or I'm like, would it be cool to find like the perfect set of like bar chairs?
Yeah.
Like I I feel like when it comes to a garage sale find, I think that changes by like
Yeah.
the year, like
I
what you
think
would need for it or want
I
to find.
I'm
Other than
I'm
video games, some
I'm
cool
if
old
iffy
video games.
on I'm iffy on certain things. Like I will not get a mirror from a garage sale. I don't like getting chairs from garage sales for the same reason,
That's
because
fair.
like a dining chair is whatever, but like a like a nice lazy boy or something, like somebody might have died in that, and I don't want that. But like I think it'd be really cool to find like a set of dice, like because
Ooh,
somebody probably played D&D with them, like maybe they passed away, maybe they didn't, maybe they're just giving them away, but it would be really cool to have like a set of dice from a stranger and like see how they roll. Like, do
hmm.
you get their luck? Like, do the dice roll better when you're playing a certain class, when you're trying to do something? Like, is the person who
That
died
makes sense.
helping you in the game, Like, that'd be kind of cool.
Yeah, I mean, shit. And that's the thing is, I feel like when it comes to a garage sale, it becomes so like random and that like I wouldn't even be able to think of what I would want to find out that isn't just a specific. But um, I will pull the other card that I pulled. Question was, this is from your side. If you could
Okay.
be any athlete for a single game, who would you be?
Any athlete for a
I don't know
single
if you know the
game.
answer.
I have a definitive
Yeah,
answer,
I'm
and you're gonna
assuming a
you're
game you've
you're
watched.
gonna love it.
I
I
do
would
too. You go.
be I would be Michael Jordan in Space Jam. And I
Oh.
really hope we didn't freeze when I said that, because that's the greatest answer you can give to that question.
Well, because like, yeah, I didn't go into fake games. I know enough real games. I picked a real one, but like, no, that's a fucking good one.
I do have an
Um,
actual answer. Like I would want to
yeah.
play I would want to play as Federer in like a high tennis match. I can't think of the name, but
Ooh.
like if it could be me, not me playing, but like me having the POV and like whatever moves he did,
Oh boy. Force
like
a second real quick.
I'm sorry. Whatever moves he did during the game, like I am doing them. Like I get the sensation of that, but it's not like
Yeah.
my skill. It's his game beat for beat, but I get to experience what he was thinking and like how that shit played out. That'd
Yeah.
be phenomenal, dude.
That's the way I took the question. It was essentially like you just take over this person's body and you go through what happened. Cause so my first thought was to be Tom Brady during the comeback game when they won the Super Bowl,
Oh,
when they went into
yeah.
halftime down 28-3 and then they won. Cause like that's fucking crazy legendary. So like it'd be either Tom Brady during that game, or All right, I'm good. I thought I was gonna sneeze. I think it would have to choose one of I think it's I want to say it's Darren McCarty. He scored the game-winning goal to win the Stanley Cup in '98, either '97 or I want to say it's '98. After they won, after the brawl, I think they game 3 they had the brawl, and then I think because they swept both '97 and '98 in the Stanley Cup Finals. I think they're one of the last teams to ever sweep the finals. So like, I would love to be Darren McCarty and score that last goal to win the game to sweep it. Because that'd be fucking cool.
That'd be dope, dude.
Especially back-to-back Super Stanley Cups.
Yeah,
that'd be sick.
That'd be fucking dope. That or
I don't even know.
Honestly,
there's got to be
doing the opposite end of that. Doing the opposite end and playing like one of their worst games would also be pretty fucking dope.
Oh, I mean, I don't know, because my problem is when I think of worst games, it's usually someone gets injured. But like, if I'm thinking of games where they just played like shit, that would be funny to be like, oh man, you just get to live through like, because that's the thing too, is like when it comes to the NFL and like high professional athletes, like your mistakes are so minuscule. And that's the problem, is like you make any tiny mistake and like everyone else is getting paid millions of dollars to like take advantage of that. So you're just like, damn, you literally get to see, like, so you see a quarterback throw like a game losing interception and you're just like, oh yeah, because like everything on our side went perfectly, but they called it and you didn't see them perfectly plan this one dude picking your ball, like going to catch the ball and intercept it, and you're like, well, that sucks to like watch that happen and know everything that your coach told you was supposed to happen happened, but they knew it too. Like fuck.
or on adding on to that, like we were talking, like we don't change anything, we just experience what they experience. But like, what if us having that knowledge, probably you having that knowledge, like you go back to play that game and then you get to change that one little thing. Like, so instead of it being like a shitty defeat because somebody picked the ball, like you throw it differently. Yeah.
Gosh. If I'm making that change, the first game that comes to mind is the 2024 NFC Conference Championship between the Lions and the San Francisco 49ers, when the what's his name? Fucking Brock Purdy throws this pass to Brandon Ayuk and it misses like a motherfucker, but it I think it's Kyle or Kyrie Vildor is his last name. I know that for sure. But Vildor almost catches it, but it bounces off of his head. And then it bounces up into the air, and Brandon Ayuk is able to catch it and then score for a touchdown instead of an interception for us to essentially win. And that was like the game tide change. And then all of a sudden it was just like monumental collapse and we lost and they went on to the Super Bowl and didn't win it. But like, we would have made it to the Super Bowl.
You make that one little change, man.
By most people's accounts, we probably would have beat the Chiefs that year because we were made to beat them that year. So like, you know, that one play was, when I look at it, like that was the play that like the momentum changed and everything, is that it bounced off his fucking head and they still made the catch. They're like, are you shitting me? Like, so yeah, that'd be the play if I'm thinking that. Right off the dome. It has to be that one.
It'd be fucking dope, man.
I did think of Michael Jordan, but I don't know enough of Michael. I mean, maybe the flu game, if you're Michael Jordan.
I think the Michael Jordan game, the Michael Jordan game I would want to play is the one after There was one game after he got in trouble for like gambling a shit ton, because like he would go to the clubs and the casinos, and like then he would show up to the game, and like he played
Yeah.
really fucking well, but everyone knew he was like just at the casino. So like I would want to play that, because you know that fucker's like killing it in the game, like totally doesn't give a fuck, but then they're like, hey, yeah, no, you gotta stop, like, so it's not even his
Yeah.
best game. Like that would be cool.
Well, apparently the theory is that like I think either he or his, I want to say his dad, got into so much gambling debt that like that's the reason he had to leave basketball for a year and he went and played baseball, was that like
Yeah.
to get out of debt for like it was either that or they were going to kill his dad. And so like he went and played baseball for that year or whatever it was, and then came back to basketball just so he could like pay off the debt to whoever his dad owed or some shit. Like, and he's notorious for gambling too. Like you said that, but it never stopped. He still does it. Like he finds out like how much you make, and then he makes an estimated guess on how much he thinks he can get you to gamble. And we'll try and get, like, if it was me, he'd be like, oh, like, you make no money. He'd be like, 50 cents that I make this putt. Like, some number I'm willing to gamble for nothing, but he can just beat me. And I'd be like, nope, not feeding that shit, sir. You enjoy your, like, never-ending fiending for this.
Here's what I'm gonna say on that. If it was like an everyday normal dude, like if it was somebody I worked with that was gambling like that, yeah, I'm not feeding into that. If I'm somewhere and Michael fucking Jordan is like, hey, bet you $2 you can't make that shot, I'm fucking gambling with Michael Jordan. I'm losing it all, but I'm gambling with Michael Jordan.
You're not wrong, I guess. For the story's sake, to say, like, yeah, I like lost or won a bet. But like also,
like, hey, Edie, how'd you lose the house you just saved up all that money for? I was fucking gambling with Michael Jordan. Understandable, bro. Carry on. Like,
go enjoy being homeless because of Michael Jordan. Like,
Michael Jordan ruined my life. That's the episode title.
Yeah, Jesus.
You got to make it all the way to the end.
That's so funny. That's sad. I say we can. We still went actually a pretty long time for a short episode. So
I gotta call my mom after this. So and figure out the trip to Kansas. I'll fill you in on that shit offline, because I don't want a repeat of us talking about shit on the podcast. Yeah.
Nope, we can. Yeah, I'll hang up and you can catch me up real quick.
All right, sounds good, buddy.
Thank you guys for listening. Thank you guys for watching. We love you guys, and be nice to those that deserve it.
Hey, and count how many people don't deserve it, and then fight them.
Yes. Fuck guys.
Fuck guys.